A true artist is not one who is inspired, but one who inspires others. Welcome to the Art Express, where we express and inspire others through art. I am Tolokwe Lamidi, your host. Welcome back. First on gallery today is Yenwa Gallery presents Heartscape, the African Female Artist Mentorship Program cohort exhibition with 12 local and international artists. Now, Heartscape is more than just an exhibition. It is a vibrant celebration of the artistic brilliance and emotional depth of these young African female artists. Let's go there.
The works that I made for this mentorship program is about intimacy, and then intimacy between loved ones, where one deals with loss. When it comes to a loved one dying, and then you are reconnecting back to the person in a way that there's no more physicality to it, but there's more of spirituality and a kind of like a kind of celestial being communicating with you. So most of my works are about intimacy, but here I kind of dug deep into myself, and then I brought a part of myself that I never really speak about.
The title of my work is Surfing the Strong Tide, and the tide I'm trying to represent here is the social media. So in as much as there's a positive impact of there's much positive impact of social media on artists, there's equally a negative impact on artists. So this body of work tends to represent the negative impacts of social media on creatives, what it does to creative, what it does to their career, and then their journey. It was a great and a thrilling experience. I got to learn so much from my mentor, and I also got the opportunity to draw from the well of several experts, advisors.
Artists of the world are both great because there's some diversity to it by way of subject matter, brilliant aesthetics, and I like to say that it's my first time of being at an exhibition where it's only specifically for women, and that's that unique perspective that has been brought to it that I find really interesting.
I think it's a very good initiative. As you know, any initiative that supports the female artists in our sector is very important because there are unequal opportunities, and you find that in most of the art schools and in most of the art practices, the females are less. They have to contend with more difficult situations, and so this will encourage more female artists to practice and to show their work to the public, and to know that the sector is gender friendly, and they should do their best to also project the sector and pay it forward as well. I think it's a very good initiative.
This year's exhibition is particularly unique because of the cross-continental artists involved. We have people from Ghana, Botswana, Ethiopia, Cameroon, and even South Africa. So unlike in the past where we had mostly Nigerians, just Nigerian girls, this time we actually reached out, and people reached out to us too and wanted to get involved in our mentorship program.
The program, at least I can speak for my year, it was very amazing, eye-opening, It's opened a lot of doors for a lot of people, myself included. So it was an amazing experience, and I had a chance to meet with the new, these people exhibiting currently, and it was just one meeting and it was very amazing. So it's actually nice and almost unreal to see them here exhibiting. It's almost like, this was me last year, this was like, mine was 17th of June, so it's like within the same range. I'm celebrating 1 year anniversary of it, and some new people are exhibiting. So it's actually very nice.
You're still watching the Art Express on TVC. Also on Gallery, Iwalewa Art Gallery presents My Lecturer Art Show, an exhibition in celebration of Nigeria's art educators. Now, this showcase is a testament to the talent, creativity, and dedication of these educators who have poured their hearts and souls into creating these stunning pieces. Let's take a look.
Is a Iwalewa, Ako to my right, and Abu to my left. So the concept of Iwa is character. It's not the face. It's not the beauty. If you look at the work, Iwa, Owo lowo koniwa. It's not the money you have that is Iwa, but your character. Iwa can be the pillar. Opomulero. So I'm working on the semiotics, Yoruba semiotics, idioms, proverbs, and to bring out the beauty, in Yoruba as a concept. Arewa, Okunrin, Iwa is in your heart. The beauty is in your heart, not what you see physically.
This work, I told somebody we were discussing. I just told her, though it's a stylized work, but it's a representation of my mom, a peaceful woman. If you look at the work, you see humility, royalty, and then you represent wealth. You understand? And then you see the body. You see all the African motifs there. All these motifs, they all have names. And some dead representing strength, power, wealth. There is loss, there is death. You understand? Like this one here represent death because they are in the book. But people just think that all these things are there. And so I just use if you look at it, it's a woman that is wrapped, just one piece, wrapping from the head to down to the body. It's a bust, but it's elongated.
Adiola Balogun's work, very impressive. I was just telling my friend here about how impressive this work is. There is also the work of an artist there that looks like that of the late Ben Osagai, and many like that. I could see some works here in front of me. Many of them are very interesting and very attractive.
Some of these things are the memories of the past. For instance, I have this work, Dialogue with Nature. It's called the Dialogue with Nature series. I remember when I was very young, I used to go to the farm, to fish for birds. And so when we bring in the birds live, we put in a cage in the house, and then we put it somewhere conspicuous they sit in the lobby, and then the birds will be singing, will be doing all that. I will keep giving the bird some small feeds, jero, gari, and all that. So when I came to Lagos, I found out that this is non-existent, and so as an artist, I had to bring back, these memories.
The works I'm exhibiting is put under one concept, a conversation with my ancestors. From way past, they gave us the impression that our ancestors were dumb, lazy, they don't know anything and all. And we're giving this big picture that most things that happen to us in Nigeria as people from Africa, that is actually our ancestors that are responsible, and which is false. So I went into research to find out we have great men, like the piece down there, we have the kings, they were all great men, and even when the people from other countries came, they saw big people. Some of the things we're leveraging on, some of the things we're enjoying today were the fruits of their labor, the things that they have put in place that we are seeing today. So that's why I took interest in looking at what my ancestors have done. They visit us in different ways, but we do not recognize them. They come to us, but we do not accept them. They've given us this ideology that everything from our past is false. So what you see here, does it look like something false? No.
This is not the first collaboration with Iwalewa. As you know, we've had the miniature art fair, and this is the first one within a gallery space collaboration we've had. And this initiative, well, it came as a dream to both of us. Femi has always had the affinity towards older artists. I've always had the affinity towards younger artists. Not that Femi doesn't collect younger artists, not that I don't collect older artists, but he has more strength with the older artists. His father is an artist, was a lecturer as well, so when we both sat down and the idea popped up, and then we just let's go ahead with it. The only place we had the disagreement is the number of artists we should bring on board, because you can see the space in your mind. And we'll go 12, goes 13, so 12. So finally we have 12.
I'm showing some recent works in this show, and you will see them in pixels, and that is intentional. I started this series under the COVID, trying to look at the positive side of the COVID, the lessons and gains from the pandemic. From the media we heard about the tragedies, the losses, but I think there is more than meets the eye. I'm looking at the advantages that we glean from the COVID. For example, people now work from home. I will not have meetings via Zoom call and all of that. So you see the works in pixels. If you move closer to them, you won't see anything. So if you move further from there, you begin to make meaning. And what that implies is that all what we are looking for in life, they are already there. We just need to step back. So for you to see a bigger picture in life, you need to step back. You need to be still. You need to pay attention. So you look at the works, different ideas that I've done in the past. I'm now exploring them using the pixel format. It's painstaking, but I think I like the outcome because it speaks to what is going on, what can happen, and what every man can become if you are still and pay attention.
We tend to forget our lecturers immediately from school, which is not nice because they made us who we are. I'm not a practicing artist, I'm in a gallery, but at least I've experienced being an artist from that field. My dad is an artist and a lecturer, so I know the pain of not being able to show what you've done over the time because of your studio practice. So this platform is a platform solely for lecturers to show what they have done, practice outside their studio, outside the institution, for the world to see. So that's why.
It's a unique exhibition, has a different approach to other exhibitions that have been mounted. For example, he's taking the issue of those who dualize their efforts both in academics and in studio. So we have artists who are in the academics, and most of what we do based on theory, based on research and other things. But we still have some artists who double both as a researcher, but still practice in the studio. So what Iwalewa and Ogireka has done to harness the works of those artists, because they are not readily in the market. Not that they are not in the market, but not as full-time artists. And it's quite difficult for them to have time to share themselves between research and studio practice. So what he has done was to go after these people and bring them out. And I think he's bringing out a platform to showcase such endeavors.
I want to believe that this is one of the best initiatives so far when it comes to honoring artists that are in the academia. For years, yes, we have some of the colleagues that are actually active studio-wise, aside from teaching. So to bring lecturers, art lecturers together in this kind of platform, I think it's a laudable idea. Because we are the one actually impacting knowledge, and we want to be seen, practicing what we're teaching. So this is a way of showing to the art enthusiasts and the public about the fact that yes, we practice what we teach.
Today on Theatre, Unilag in Town presents Lekon Balogun's Love and Colors in Delphi, produced by the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Professor Folashade Ogunshola, and Dr. Sheyi Kenny, aka DSK, directed by Balogun Abdulwali, aka Balo, at the Terra Culture Lagos.
What the play tried to bring out is our humanity, that we are all flawed, but we must all work together, and we must do it in unity. And apart from it being the play, I think the thing really is that everything here today was crafted by mostly our students from different faculties. And I feel so proud, of what they did today.
You don't have to be worried about everything your mistress said to you. She might not mean them. You're a good woman, Clytemnestra.
If I am good, I want to be here running errands.
Oh, I think you should be proud of yourself for being able to do this.
And what does that even mean? I should be proud of a past that always went into taunts and shame.
Just as mine taunts and shamed me. So are we really better than each other?
Department of Creative Arts, the department of which incorporates theater, music, and visual arts, is a department that I helped in founding, and I worked there for a couple of decades. So I expect the very best that they always do, and that's the playwright. Didn't even tell me that he is in town. Thank you very much. I expect a good production. The playwright Lekon Balogun is one of our very topmost playwrights and directors in Nigeria, and for him to have his hand in this, then we are in for a good time.
What he did? Was it an act of kindness or friendship?
Well, I think it was.
Ah! Jesus was wrong. Zeus was wrong to avoid that death.
Now that is Zeus. Has he prepared to destroy the earth with his bolts of lightning?
Who really is this?
The greatest of our gods, the Greek god, creator of all things.
Zeus creates everything that destroys it. That is very foolish of a god with such power.
Well, this was an experiment that I started sometime in 2008, looking at very old resources, materials, text, myth, history. In this particular play, Love and Colors in Delphi, I brought together characters across the ages as a metaphor for the need for the human society to live in peace. As we're going to see here, you find that oftentimes it's really very difficult for us to understand ourselves. And I'm trying to use the medium of the theater to suggest that there are ways that we could actually overlook some of our shortcomings if only we understand that in spite of everything, we are all bundle of weaknesses.
The play is a gathering of the tribes in an ancient temple, the coming together of fictional, mythical and historical characters that are drawn from different space and time. Love and Colors in Delphi dramatizes the complexity of global affairs among countries of the world and alludes to the difficulties of living in peace and harmony as a lesson for humanity.
More or less from that Chinese prostitute. I will speak the truth. You see that the mind has felt the need for self-reflection. It's a step towards the right direction of forgiveness and favor.
Say whatever of it. I am not leaving this temple, not even because of Shantae. Help me up, will you?
Help you up? Are you sure about that?
Lift me up, please.
I feel like one of the major lessons to learn in this particular play is, the idea of like unity and like not judging people. Do you understand? And just trying to live as one amongst many other things. There's a lot of lessons for both the people in the high class, both the people in the middle class, and it was such a great drama. And I thank God I got the opportunity to actually work in it.
Of course, mothers are golden. I mean, you must have missed her so much.
I do. But you see, my only consolation was knowing that my children ascended to the throne. You know, one cannot be divided by two hills. It's either you are climbing one or you are coming down from another.
How amazing. You say almost everything with a proverb.
It is the way of my ancestors. Okay.
My name is Bankole Busayo. I played the role of Shantae. What lessons can you learn from Shantae? I think basically you have to, no matter what you do in life, you have to be honest to the people that are involved in it. And another thing I want to also draw out from the character Shantae is that no matter what your past has brought on, there is still a chance for you to live on, and actually you deserve happiness no matter what. That's what I've learned through playing Shantae. And my challenges. I don't know if you all know this, but these characters are actually people from different stories, real stories. So having to read about Shantae, watch movies, watch plays, make research basically, it was a little challenging, but I really loved her character, honestly. So yes.
The nobles, the elites. At first I had my doubts. But after what happened today?
Get out! Get out of here!
Yes! What's that all? Cleopatra, if you have a bone to settle, pick it up with me.
From my role, you can learn that there is more to people. They saw her as only a seductress, but then she can also be a friend, which Shantae didn't really believe she was, but she was truly a friend to her. Although she saw Shantae's cunning ways, but she stuck to her and was really worried, and she cared for her.
This is ridiculous. You both are worse than anything.
Wait.
The role I played was Shaka. His pronunciation is Shaga, but the spelling is Shaka. What I've been able to learn from the character so far is that he's a person that, right from birth, he was abandoned. Him and his mother was thrown out of the village. He overcome many hardships but later went into a tragic.
Don't you ever say such things to me. Ah!
I played the role of Kurumi. I mean, Kurumi is a warrior. He was the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò during the time that Atiba was the king of Oyo, of the Oyo Empire, and you know there was a clash of tradition, understanding. So Kurumi had to, you know, find his way around it because he was standing firm for tradition, and he didn't want to allow the tradition to change. And Atiba wanted to change the tradition because he wanted his son to be the king after his death. So Kurumi didn't allow that. So he led his people in Ijaye because he was lord over Ijaye. He led people in Ijaye to war against the Oyo and Ibadan. So when the outcome of the war is that the sons of Kurumi died, and at the end he was, you know, downcasted due to that, and he had to kill himself.
It reminds me of my past, and now I can go and rest and smile after the destruction of my land and after the death of my sons. Now I can rest.
Kurumi, what are you saying? Kurumi, have you forgotten? The plan was that we would have a wedding. Kurumi, we would have a wedding. And Kurumi, what? What happens to me?
Well, generally, this play portrays the intercultural display. I mean, as exhibited by leaders and legends historically, from different tribes, you know. So, and that the display of these leaders from different tribes would give us the idea, of course, what they would have done better when they were leaders, what they would have done better, and that's exactly what it is.
Seem brighter when you've just made something that wasn't there before. So what are you waiting for? Go create that great masterpiece today, and I'll see you next time.